Hey guys, it's finally here, the Zhongli, Daddy Zhongli banner, and I'm going to turn off the camera after this because I'm in standing position. I just want to explain why the camera is not going to be on the rest of the video. But anyway guys, we are once here again to see if the Zhongli banner is worth pulling for. It contains Zhongli, Jingfang, Razor, and Xiongling. And I do have to say, this is all subjective, so if you like these characters, go ahead and pull them. Or if you are new to the game, I do highly recommend this banner. It's a very, very good banner because it provides you Chongyun, and Razor, which are really good DPS units. Chongyun can also be a very good support unit by allowing you to kill those Razor for 2e people very, very easily. I can't remember what they call, but the lightning for 2 people are really easily killed by Chongyun, even at level 1. I've been using Chongyun to be able to easily clear some Spiral Abyss stages just because of the cryo aura that he gives to your team. But without further ado, let's jump in onto each character and examine them from early game to late game, how they can fit into your team composition. Okay, so starting off with Zhongling, we have his auto attack, which is Rain of Stone. It has pretty decent modifiers, actually, not too bad modifiers. It's very good for main DPS, and let's see what his first skill does, which is called Domain Lapidas. Every mountain, rock, and inch of land is filled with power of Geo, but those who can wield such power are far between. Press commands the omnipresence power of Earth to solidify into stone, silly dealing AoE damage. Additionally, the Steely will resonate with other geo constructs in the vicinity, dealing geo damage around them, and can be both climbed and stuff. Okay, pretty cool. And then his hold variant creates basically a shield and explodes everything around them, dealing damage and creates shield. Not bad. And then we got Planet Behold, which is a massive geo damage, and also applies this new status condition called Petrify, which basically makes them not be able to move. And this move has some pretty good cooldown. Like, it's got a low cooldown and a pretty short CD, and it's also got a pretty high CC duration. Alright, let's test that out. His spammable skill has pretty good damage as well, and also pretty good shield, so he can work as a support as well. 4 or 5 characters have 5% increased shield strength. Okay, cool. So some tanky DPS. There was additional damage equal to 33% of Zhongling's max HP. Yo, this guy is pretty tanky. This guy scales off HP. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. First, now all your artifacts that have HP rolls are kind of useful with crit rate and crit damage. And this guy refunds 15% of the ores used when crafting Polom type weapons, which is quite useful, I do have to say. His talent wise, I've skimmed through them and they're nothing to write home about. It's just extra damage, extra HP conservation. His talent really suggests that he wants to be a supportive unit, though I think a lot of people will want him to play as a main DPS, as he's, Daddy Zhongling, and he's a badass. Yeah, so I think he's a very good support. I think he's definitely worth pulling because he can use your HP artifacts you can get because of one of his talents that he gets at Ascension rank 4, which allows his ulti, his elemental burst, to be scaling off his max HP, which is quite insane. I think this might be a little bit broken, so I think he's definitely worth using for early game. If you pull this guy early game, he can be a very good Geo DPS, along with allowing you to get Geo resonance with Noel. And also later on in the game, if he does start falling off, you can change him into like a tanky shielder support kind of character, and he'll do not too bad. Anyway, let's test him out. He's pretty cool. He looks very nice as well. Let's see his animation. His animation's very fast. He's also and apparently we can climb these. Yeah, his damage numbers are not too bad. Okay. Let me get another pole. Let's see if we can spawn more than one pole. Wait, maybe... We can only spawn one pole? Nani? Okay, let's try this petrify stuff. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Okay, let's hold it. Okay, so apparently it does like some AoE damage, so if these guys walk in, should do some AoE damage. But you can only spawn one pole. What? He is wait. He is pretty sexy, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm feeling more for this guy than I did for Child. I don't even want to go to the next dude. Oh no, that's not close enough. Wait. Here we go. What? What? This guy's bad. Okay, wait for this. Okay, watch this. Hood! Boom! That's not bad, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that's actually pretty cool. And you can also climb these structures too, so yeah. Very, very interesting. The hold though is kind of it's kind of weird. Boom. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of awkward to use. I'd rather just summon a pole. But I can see the use. Oh, that petrify. Dude, that's a long CC. I just felt that petrify. That petrify is a very, very long CD. Like a very long CC. Like that's insane. Let's get through this guy quicker. Get through his shield so we can showcase Zhongli off more. I mean, this guy's all about using his ult, so I definitely think you can just get him to Ascension 4. Give him all of your really sad but really good HP scaling artifacts, and he's gonna be chunking people down. Like, can you imagine this guy with 50,000 HP, like doing 33%? So 33% of that is like divided by 3. I mean, let's put it at 6. Let's say 90,000 HP. He'll be doing 30,000. That's pretty insane, and I'm pretty sure you can crit off that. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Zhongli might be. I think is definitely a good role for now. To be honest with you, yeah, not a bad role. I actually don't. I think I would roll for him just because of that HP scaling. So you know, all these artifacts that I have that have like bad trash stats. You know, you can use it on him. You know, it's not too bad. Not a bad idea. Okay, next we're gonna go through Chongyun. He is very good. I am using him currently, even at low levels. His normal attack is not too bad, right? But this is where his power comes from. His elemental skill allows him to put out a field, which converts all your damage to cryo damage, which is really, really useful, even at level 1, because you can just slam this down. It's got a 5-second downtime, and basically you can use cryo damage on your physical attack, which is very, very awesome. And then with his ult is a low CD like Zhongli, and you can just hit people with cryo damage and apply cryo damage constantly, because this is such a short CD, and also like a small energy count. His other talent wise gives you more attack speed. Is so good. It's just why not when you have this up, which is why you're probably going to be using this hero. Like, this is definitely a top tier pick. When the field is created, disappears and will be summoned to it. This does even more damage, like his synergy, and also a little bit of exploration, mining stuff, time consuming thing. It is very, very good. I haven't actually checked his talents, but his talents are release 3 blades, just more damage, you know, like just more damage. But I actually believe you don't have to run this guy as a damage dealer. Like, a lot of people are saying to run this guy as a damage dealer. He's pretty good as a damage dealer, but I think that him as a support at C1 or C0 does enough to warrant this guy to get a roll off him, just one, because at level 1 he can help you out with Spiral Burst so much. Like, he's good for early game, late game. Early game he can be a true DPS, later game he can be a support DPS with giving you constant cryo damage, which is absolutely insane. But yep, let's showcase you why he's good and explain on way. So this is what his first skill does. Puts a shield on, and look, it's just constant cryo damage. Not a lot of characters can do that consistently, and this character just does it. He's actually insane. Like, he's actually insane, and you know, the more extension material, talents you get, more constellations you get on him, he just does more damage and is more consistent, both as a support, as a more offensive support or a main DPS as well. And his animation is a little bit better than, is a little faster than most great sword users, so that is an upside too. And as you can see, that does tremendous amounts of damage, guys. He's very good. He's very good. Very underrated, I would say, and I would recommend him for certain, just because of this field. His ult is nice to have as well, but his elemental skill is basically why you should use this man. There's no other reason to use this man. Like, this field is just broken. Like, look, I killed these bosses so freaking easily because of that cryo field, and I didn't even need to like wait a long time because it's up for so long. And as you can see, that's a talent upgrade where you finish people off with an extra sword, and he looks cool. He summons icicle swords and licks lollipops. Like, what else can you ask for? This guy's a badass. Yeah. So that's Chongyun. Get him. He's very, very good. Alright, next up we have Xingyang, which is a female Diluc basically. She's got pretty decent auto attack scaling. 130 is quite high. Basically her normal attack is Diluc string, but she ends it off with her charged attack is a spinning thing, similar to Noelle. I believe she's okay as a physical damage dealer. Sweeping favor is her thing that gives you a shield. I'm pretty sure Noelle's shield is a little bit better, but this does constant pyro damage instead of a one-time geo damage, and you know, the absorption rate is quite good. It scales off defense and stuff. Her ulti is probably where it gets very interesting because it does big damage. It's also high energy cost but short CD. We'll have to check her out because she has to be like in competition it's in competition with Diluc as main DPS, but she has a little bit more utility with her shields. This just makes her shield less, like to get different levels of her shield less demanding. And when she's shielded, characters shielded by sweeping favor deals extra physical damage. This is where her supportiveness really comes in. So if you swap her out, you get a shield, and then that shield also provides that damage guy with more physical attack, which is really good for any physical damage dealers, whilst also applying pyro damage. So I guess this is quite synergistic with Razor or something like that. And she also has a little bit of crafting handicaps up, not handicaps but benefits as well. She gets if she get crit rate, she gets attack speed up, so it's trying to be more of a damage dealer, main DPS, because attack speed is all about supporting herself. So she's pretty good for that. She has increased crit rate. Pretty decent, just max out crit damage. She really wants to be that main DPS, guys. This decreases physical resistance. Okay. She provides a lot of utility, guys, and then decreases stamina consumption on her charged attack. But her charged attack is a freaking spinning wheel thing, which is not that useful. I have never wanted to hold a spinning charged attack, but maybe she's just a fidget spinner and she wants to spin out of her mind. But this also, when you get to C6, it gains a bonus damage constantly from her defense. So she's kind of like Noelle, but all the time. Instead of having to use ult for Noelle to be a big damage dealer, Xingyang is always Noelle. So not bad. I think she can actually do pretty well as a damage dealer, but we'll have to test her out a little bit more. If I get her, I'll try to test her out, but I'm very close to level 50, so AR 50, so I want to finish off my my initial characters first. But let's give her a roll. I think she's quite good in. Her animation is not bad. She's got the same animation as Diluc. The string similar to Diluc, so it's quite high base damage. As you can see, I'm popping off with 2,000, 3,000 hits on these small mobs. Her sweeping favor is a little bit, perhaps. Okay, that's not too bad damage. Her elemental skill is perhaps a little bit too long CD, but her shield lasts quite significantly a significant time. And let's try out her fidget spinner. Okay, I can't even get it off. Fidget spinner mode. It does quite a lot of damage, actually, not gonna lie. Let's get off her. I need to hold the sweeping favor down. And let's check this damage again. Not bad actually. Okay. I'm scared of dying with her. That would be so funny if I end up dying with her. She doesn't have a charge thing. She just gives. She's not too bad. I think she needs a lot of constellations for her main DPS to work. But at lower constellations, she is just basically a shield buff, physical buffer, which is not too bad either. Don't die. Her ult is kind of like budget Diluc, but her elemental skill is 10 times better than Diluc. Because of this, shield is always really good to have. And you can actually feel the attack speed difference actually when you have the shield up, which is very interesting. However, if you get her, she's not bad. I'm not gonna lie, she's not bad. I think she has a lot of utility, but I think you need a lot of constellations with her for her to be like really good. But I think you can get it quite easily, seeing as she's a 4-star. And you're probably gonna be rolling for Zhongli because he scales from HP. Like, let's be real here. So you'll probably get a lot of Xingyang anyway. And lastly, we have a Razor. He is everyone's favorite 4-star DPS right now. He is very consistent at doing DPS, but that is all he is up for. He can only do DPS, guys. So he's probably the best early pick press, early game pull, to be honest with you. Like, he is a very solid DPS. His constellations just do damage. His skills, he's got the highest attack scaling from his auto attacks. He has a pretty decent his skill is okay, but it does electro damage. It's short CD. It's good. It does big damage. But this is where his ultimate basically converts you into constant electro damage dealer. But when you activate this, you have to stick on Razor or it disappears. So this has to be your main DPS. It can't be anything else, or you lose out so much utility on this if you don't run this guy as your main DPS, because you basically don't have an ult if this guy's not up, basically. And his talents really support that with more energy, more sprinting, and this is really nice for sprinting for your party, but he just supports himself being a DPS. I wouldn't run this guy as a support, because like, this is okay, but but so like Fischl just does it better as the electro elemental support. Like, look at how much damage this is actually doing. Like, this is doing at least 10% more than Xingyang that we just showed off. And spamming that on a 4-second cooldown is way better than charging this up to do, 4,000 on everything. And this is the problem with him. Like you ult and you do constant physical damage. You get the superconduct and everything, so you minus defense. You don't do that much electro damage, but you do a lot of physical extra damage. And when you switch characters, you don't get it anymore. You just basically wasted it. So that is why this guy has only one role, and that's to be your Omega DPS. He just does DPS. He just does so much DPS, and yeah, he's a very good early game role. But if you're rolling late game, like your AR 48, like myself, then you probably don't need this guy because you already half built up some stuff. However, after you hit AR 50, he might be a very decent pick afterwards, because you want to fill out your roster and have enough variety for your Spiral Abyss runs. But yeah, this guy's not too bad. He does a lot of damage, and that's all he does. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this like quick breakdown of every single character, early game to late game. In my opinion, this banner is definitely worth pulling for. I'm definitely gonna pull this banner and hope I get a Zhongli, but that's only hopes, because I just got my pity, which was the Luke, unfortunately. But that means if I get a Zhongli pull, it's guaranteed to be Zhongli. But yeah, I think you guys should definitely pull this. It's actually a very, very decent, very good banner. I didn't pull for Child because Child is good, but he needs a lot of constellations, and he is just any other damage dealer. However, Zhongli is a support and a main DPS at the same time, and also has that HP scaling, which you needed someone to use your HP artifacts, then slap it onto Zhongli. Not too bad, right, guys? Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and comment in the section below if you want to pull it on this banner or not. Anyway, guys, peace out.